Yeah, how's it going, everybody? It's the Masked Man back with another collaboration video. Because the news will be coming out soon, and it seems like a lot of you were very, very pleased on my thoughts on Bleach. Genuinely loved the series, by the way. I thought it would be appropriate for me to talk about my expectations for the Bleach anime returning, as it is something I'm going to be keeping an eye out for. And who else to get for this video other than the man himself, Clyde? What's up, bro?
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me on again. I do appreciate it. Much better intro than our.
Oh my goodness, we're not gonna talk about it. So for those of you that don't know, there's gonna be a Kenpachi video coming out. Whether or not it comes out before this one or after, we'll know. But yeah, that's what he's referencing. I screwed up that intro a lot.
Nah, you nailed it, man. Don't even stress. It's just. I'm just lying. I'm lying. There was
Okay, right. But here I kind of want to talk about the expectation really for the Bleach anime, moments we're looking forward to, and I think equally as important, just kind of what it's gonna do for Bleach's status within the anime community, as it's kind of been the punching bag, for the past few years, and yeah, yeah.
Terrible. It's been terrible, man. It's been years. We've been fighting in the trenches since 2012. I got into Bleach on the year of 2012, and then it ended. Just my luck. The same thing happened when I watched Hunter x Hunter. I watched Hunter x Hunter, and then it ends. I just can't win. But anyway, we did win in the end. It was a long fought war. The Bleach fans, as I said, in the trenches, we fought hard. We put up with the Boruto fans, the One Piece fans. The Naruto fans weren't bad, but, every now and then there was a bit of beef, but, all these people, it ain't coming back. It ain't coming back. You guys are crazy. The sales are bad. It's a dead series. It's this, that, the other, so on and so forth. And I'm sitting there like, but it still was selling better than Black Clover when Black Clover got an anime. And like, they never said it was cancelled. The studio just didn't have any more filler to make, so they had to, put it on break, and then it went on break for fucking a whole decade. But, you can hear the pain in my voice. But Today we're going to pretty much talk about, our the things that we're hyped about for in the war. Because if you don't know, if you've been under a rock, is that Bleach did get confirmed to be returning almost 2 years ago. It's going to be shown off at Jump Festa, which is around the 18th of this month of December 2021. And we're most likely getting a preview trailer, which I'm pretty sure is confirmed. But when it comes to Bleach, you've always got to be careful. Have your expectations low, but also there is something to look forward to. So,
right.
I guess I'll ask you then, the Masked Man, what are you actually looking forward to the most when it comes to this arc finally getting animated? Because in truth, it has been pretty much it's been a whole decade.
Right, yeah, that's crazy, because Bleach was always a series I was pretty well aware of, but I didn't get into it as of recently. And genuinely, I had always heard about, it falls off after Soul Society, Cap. But it's one of those things where, with this arc in specific, I think there's so many of the best moments in Bleach in this arc. To see them animated is just going to promote them even more, and I'm really excited. And I talked about this a little bit in our Kenpachi video, but I'm so looking forward to Kenpachi's reveal and all of the stuff surrounding his fights. And I mean, just the overall arc in general, but specifically Kenpachi's moment is what I'm really excited for. And I guess actually to kind of bring it back to you, just a question I had, because you're probably a lot better educated on this subject. In terms of the animation, do you think the animation quality is going to have a major jump from what was previously established in the anime, or do we know what studio is going to be working on it yet or not?
Yeah, so it'll be better. The animation will be better off the bat, purely for the fact that the original Bleach anime was a weekly anime, which had to be rushed. So they had to always be worried about catching up to the manga, which is very frustrating for animators. That means they're very restricted in what they can do. Whereas this one has had 2 years, give or take, maybe a year and a half of pre-production when it comes to planning, getting the studio together, getting the team together. Planning out what they're going to do. They have an entire arc that they can work with, so there's a lot more freedom. It's all laid out in front of them. And the actual finances and stuff that they have is much larger than what it was back in the day, because they have a lot more support nowadays, which is great. And again, time is everything when it comes to animators.
Right.
It's not always the fact that you're just throwing money in the machine and then good anime pops out.
Right.
It's about what talent do you have, how much time do they have, because drawing itself, alright, so sit down and imagine for a second that you like to draw, but you're not very good at drawing. Everybody knows drawing is like, it's very hard, and to get good takes years. Now, imagine you're an animator that has to draw so many frames of a series, but we're talking like multiple per day. We're talking like thousands over the course of months, and then you have to make that stuff move. Then it has to be, digitalized with like, computer programs and stuff, and then they have to color it, put voice acting in, music, etc. Like, it's just so time consuming.
Right.
So the very fact that they have more time is already one. It's probably going to look better than the Fullbring arc, which actually looked really good for the final like 30-ish episodes. Like, that arc was animated super well, and the fight between Ichigo and Ginjo was very nice. So I would say, at the bare minimum, from what I know, it is a mixture of Studio Pierrot, and I heard months ago it was like some Madhouse animators, but we'll probably find out who they actually are at the end of this month. But again, I would say, just to end this off, is that the baseline animation from the very start, it should be looking like Ichigo versus Ginjo at the bare minimum, and then it will just be better and better as it goes.
Okay, all right, that's what's up. I'm also actually really looking forward to the music as well, because Bleach is easily one of the best of all time when it comes to its music and soundtracks. So, moving on.
It'll become
now,
back.
right? Yeah. But when it comes to the you bringing up the animation and the quality being better, which is a relief to hear, because imagine all these years of waiting and the animations on some Seven Deadly Sins thing. I really doubt they'd do that.
Man, imagine if it was CGI, like the Berserk treatment. I would cry. I would actually cry.
Nah. So
the pain.
There was just so much PTSD that just shook me there.
I was so traumatized when that happened. I was like, what have they done? The openings look amazing, and now they've done CGI. What have they done?
But I guess the next question would kind of be the pacing. How many episodes you think it's going to be? Because I myself, I kind of went through 1,000-Year Blood War arc pretty quick, and it's a very fast-paced arc. So I'm wondering, with the return of Bleach, and I think part of this kind of depends on the success Bleach has as the anime returns. Do you think there also might take a specific moment and make that into a movie? Because we all know how anime and manga industries love to milk a series that has success. Like, I doubt... Yeah. I definitely see Demon Slayer having at least like 4 movies in the upcoming years. I definitely see at least a Chainsaw Man movie in the next 5 years as well. It's like that's just what they do. So I guess kind of your thoughts on everything regarding that, the pacing, what they kind of plan to do, the episodes and all that.
Yeah, so if people are curious about how many episodes it's going to be, I would say that at the very bare minimum, the amount of content that the 1,000-Year Blood War contains, you're looking at around 100 episodes, if not more than that, because what they're going to do is, right, we know for a fact, this is confirmed by Kubo's, his fan club, and then statements that he's made recently, is that he's actually been working with the studio, and apparently the main director for this arc is very passionate about making sure that the Bleach arc that they animate is very close to what the author wants as possible. He's actually requested that Tite Kubo come into the studio multiple times to come and have a look and give them advice, and because Kubo isn't drawing a manga, he has a lot more free time. So, what that tells me is, alright, bare minimum, 100 episodes. The fights will be extended. They always do this. Studio Pierrot always does this. They did it with Naruto. They've done it with plenty of the other series that they've animated in the past. They did it with Bleach in the past when they originally did Bleach. And then the very fact of the matter is there's a lot of long fights in the war arc, so they can add a lot more choreography to them. They can maybe add some more statements which the author wants characters to make. Even have some new abilities shown, some new choreography here and there, which actually has been done in Boruto and Naruto multiple times. Like, there's fights like Obito versus Kakashi extended, Momoshiki versus Naruto and Sasuke extended, Madara versus the Shinobi Alliance extended. That didn't even have half the choreography, the hand-to-hand combat that it did in the in the anime. It wasn't even in the manga, right? So that's gonna happen. In terms of flashbacks and quote-unquote filler, so there won't be filler like back in the old days, because a lot of anime studios just don't do that anymore, because it's very unpopular, and it also hurts series popularity because people stop watching them. So for example, if you were to have the Bound arc, version 2 come out for the War arc, people would just stop watching. And the reason that we don't have to worry about filler is because the manga's finished. Back in the day, filler existed because they needed to make space between the manga and the anime catching up with one another. They don't have to do that anymore. So the War arc of Bleach shouldn't have filler, but if it does have filler, it won't even technically be called filler. It'll just be like canon flashbacks that 1, they're adding from the novels. 2, the author is approving, which means it's canon. And then 3, once the war is done, they will most likely do, as the Masked Man said, they'll do movies, they'll do video games, and they'll turn the novels into actual anime episodes, which, you know, will be supervised by the author. So the potential of content is limitless, and on top of that, when Bleach does come back, right, the very fact of the matter is this: it hasn't had an anime since 2012, and the manga ended in 2016. They're putting all their chips on the side of bringing it back, and that's without the anime currently out. When the anime does come back and it does become popular and mainstream again, we're going to get so much content. So, yeah, like, be hopeful. There's going to be a lot of stuff.
Right. I'm very, very glad for the Bleach fan base that, you know, their anime is going to be coming back, and hopefully it's going to be done well, honestly. Like that, it seems like it's needed, man, because it was just like Bleach was continuously just the punching bag of the entire, like, just, especially between the big three. It was just kind of like, all right, Brett. Like, when I got into it, I just didn't see what all the slander was, but very excited to see all of that regarding the anime.
And it was so frustrating, man, because it was always people that didn't understand anything about the industry or Bleach. It was like, you know, and here's a quick thing I'll say, which you can take over after.
Right.
The amount of people I've seen that have said, you know, I really regret hating on Bleach. You know, this shit's fire as fuck. It's a masterpiece. And I'm like, you guys are such brainlets. Oh my god. Like, you're just that easily swayed. When something's popular, like, people will go with the flow.
Right.
Like, it's just, it's embarrassing.
Right.
The same people crapping on Bleach and making fun of it when it had no support are the same people like, man, this series is fire as fuck. So...
Right. I think it's one of those things where it's like seeing people's sway of opinions kind of changing their thing. It's like, I just got into Bleach and read it, and then I liked it, and then I stood up for it. I was like, yo, this is kind of neat, regardless of what anyone else said. Yeah. But man, I'm really excited to see what comes up with the anime. But I think we can wrap it up there. We'll be expecting it.
Yeah. I guess I'll ask you too. We should add a little bit more, and just a little bit more before the end of the video, because there's I'll ask you, like, are there, like, what are 3 things you're looking forward to? I'll say 3 things, and then we can end it off, because I'm sure the chat's like, wait, guys, you only said Kenpachi. Like, what else? What are you looking forward to the most apart from Kenpachi?
Definitely Yuha, or Yuwatch, or Yahweh, whatever.
No, it is Yuha.
Okay, Yuha. So I'm really looking forward to just, again, the music that they're gonna add with his character, the voice acting, especially the voice acting for him, and all the people that work under him as well. I forget his name, but it's not Baz B, but it's the one Baz B was like really close friends with. He's like the main Stern Ritter.
Hashval?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm terrible with those names, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to. Yeah, so it's like I'm really looking forward to those characters being animated as well. Like I said, the soundtracks, Ichigo's transform. Oh man, the chair scene. And
that's gonna be when Mr. Eisen,
welcome to my soul society. Watch, that's gonna be trending on Twitter, and it's gonna be all over the place, bruh. Finally, Eisen.
Yamamoto's Bonkai is gonna be trending.
Oh yeah, it's gonna go crazy. But no, yeah, Eisen's finally gonna be able to go trending for a good reason, because the last time it went trending because of the one guy. You know what I'm talking about? The one kid who
wait.
He was 16 the whole time when you know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to keep it in the video. I'm so sorry, by the way, dog, if you're watching this, but you did it to yourself. So, like, this one dude goes out on a date, right? So, okay, context previously. He had done, like, this Aizen cosplay, right? And he was a pretty well-known dude within the anime community on Anna Twitter and all that, which, I mean, it's Anna Twitter. It's not that big of an accomplishment, right? But he had gone on like this date with somebody who I think was above the age of like 20 or was 20, around 20.
That's already a big step a day.
So the thing is though, is he was fronting on the internet like if he was 20 the whole time, and he was even giving people life advice and all this crap, and then it turned out he was 16, and it was his own dad that exposed him. And bro, there were people memeing it with like Aizen getting like, you know, screwed over, and then it was and then even they replaced Save Soul Society Ichigo with Save Anna Twitter Masked Man, like, because I ended up jumping in the mix. It was hilarious, bro. I think his name was like Juanissimo or something like that, bro. But he had done his name was like Juanissimo or something like that, and everyone was just clowning him so hard for it. So Aizen went trending because of that. It even blew up on TikTok and everything.
I didn't even see that. That's fucking.
It's hilarious.
That is so corny.
It's hilarious, bro. It's so corny, but it's hilarious, bro.
Annie Twitter moment right there. That's. I mean, like I said, the fact he went on a date to begin with is already pretty. That's a bit of a stretch for this community. Just saying. But anyway, as for my, I guess I'll say 3 things I'm looking forward to for the War arc. In case people are curious, I'd say off the top of my head, I think that there's a very underrated fight that's going to be the opening fights of the arc, and that is Quilgay versus Ichigo in Hueco Mundo. That's going to be a very good fight. I am really looking forward to Ichibei versus Yhwach, because that's a very long fight, and it's like 2 Toriko characters fighting each other for like fucking 10 chapters, so that's going to be balling. And then here's something too, which a lot of people like aren't bringing up, is that I can't wait to see what that first opening is going to look like, and what's the song and all that. Because there hasn't been an opening for Bleach in 10 years, so what are they going to do? And especially with the war, it's like, what's the choreography going to look like? What's the aesthetic going to look like? So, you know, as you said, the music, the voice acting, seeing it in motion, and then with me, like, seeing, like, Gremmy, Yhwach versus Ichibei, Yamamoto, and then Ichigo versus Quilgay, like, those are the things I'm very much looking forward to, and it's just, hopefully a video game. Give me a damn PC, PS5, and Xbox game for Bleach. We haven't had a game in 10 years. Like, I need something to play, like, you know. So that'd be great. But that's what I'm looking forward to.
All right, bet. So I guess now we can just wrap it up there. As always, this has been the Masked Man. Also, go check out Clyde's channel. Hopefully he's already put out, or this video will come out afterwards. He'll be doing a ginormous video on how powerful Kenpachi is and all that. So go check out his channel. Link will be down in the description below. Make sure you support him, subscribe to him. And if you are new to this channel, like, comment, subscribe for all your favorite anime, manga, or whatever content. As always, this has been the Masked Man. Hope everyone has a blessed rest of the day, and peace.
Thank you for having me on.